Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. I'm gonna play as the Ironclad again, because I'm embarrassed with how the last run went, and I don't want. You only get to be the Ironclad twice a week. I guess 3 times if you look at it from the perspective of starting as the Ironclad, but I like him because he's a good boy and he hit hard, but I didn't really realize that potential on our last run. Let me think. No early shops, but a huge question mark vein. I mean, this is like a nice path. What do I like about that? Normality is a very dangerous curse, but 0-cost cards with good draw, I mean, like some value and then draw on top of that, it's real good. I like this start. It's, you know, we didn't get Immolate immediately. It's kind of a jacked up situation here, but that's fine. We didn't get Immolate. We didn't get, you know, a Demon Form and the energy to use it or anything along these lines. But what we did get is some decent cheap cards we'll be able to use sometimes. Just really hoping we'd get a defend out of that. But all things considered, I think we played our cards properly on this one. Still take Shrug. We got a lot of draw. I don't know if there's anything we can do with that. Okay. Take the gold. I need the HP, unfortunately. I think this is fine. And we're gonna gain a little gold instead of a lot. That's kind of the price you pay, I think, for having lost enough HP to get Omamori. But I actually think Omamori was worth it. Because now we can be more aggressive. Wait a minute. I definitely could have just gotten 250 gold. We can only play one more card, right? Yeah. Now, I could have just spun you a yarn about how 250 gold is lower than the average value of a curse, blah, 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 blah. No, I made a mistake. I will take another Shrug. And there's no shame in that, I think. I think with our potions we can bootstrap ourselves. I think no matter the enemy, we stand a good chance to take them. Now you probably don't want to play normality. Maybe you do. Maybe you do because this is a turn in which you can control it. So you play that. You got him vulnerable. You're going to hit him hard. Probably a headbutt for a couple of reasons. You remember, you can only play 3 cards. What do we play on top of that? Probably headbutt, bring back bash, and then hit him with the Shrug again. We are going to need the block potion to live. Probably. Next turn sucks, but you know what? It's full of blocks, so I'm going to use my block potion on this turn. Take 0, knowing we're probably going to take 0 or little on this. Less on this turn maybe is I don't know. Maybe it didn't matter. You really got to watch out for normality here. So let's headbutt, finesse, strike, strike. You know, the hope is that the draw is going to get us what we need to kill the enemy. So we'll hit him with like the finesse, flash. He's doing 20. 12 plus 10. That was good. That was real good. And Thread and Needle is wonderful. We do need attacks. Let's go Clothesline. I almost clicked Skip Relic. That would have been disastrous. Now I think we'll rest. Because we're going to fight this other elite so we can get normality out of our deck ASAP. Bag of Prep is good. 164 gold is very little. But normality sucks. It's horrible. Get it out of here, dude. And honestly, toss me a Combust, I think, just for AoE potential. I like Battle Trance as well. I just don't think we need the draw. We have so much. So this is, specifically, this is what I had in mind when I took Combust. So we have 6 block. Let's do that. We take 0. They all get hit for 5. I mean, we do take 1 from ourselves. The Thread and Needle, despite being nerfed, they used to provide 5, if I remember correctly. It's still very, very good. So this is 12 block. We take 8 damage. Honestly, pretty reasonable in the whole scheme of things. Clothesline is strictly better than 2 strikes pointed at the same enemy, because of the weakness, which doesn't apply in this case, but that's okay. So dead, great news. We're taking 5 damage. I think that's an acceptable level of damage to take to make sure these guys get taken care of more quickly. I'm optimistic that this could be the best of our previous 4 runs, you know, like the ones we had yesterday. Now, it's not worth a ton necessarily, because none of those runs made it to the midway point of the game. However, this one, it certainly, to me, seems way more sustainable. I need to do 1 damage to kill you on the next turn. Pen Nib is very interesting. I don't think we want Searing Blow. I don't think we want Heavy Blade. Do we have better upgrade targets? Searing Blow, it just sucks up too many upgrades, I think. I think Sever Soul is fine. But you know, I just sort of don't think we need it. But I'll take it anyway, in the hopes that we can get some exhaust benefit in the future. Almost clicked on the wrong one. Who's our boss, anyway? Hexaghost. Okay, so, I mean, obviously, if possible, drawing something like a disarm is a very, very nice get. I mean, for 1 HP to kill you, I mean, we probably guarantee ourselves killing you next turn without losing the 1 HP, but I'm going to take Rampage, and I don't think Rampage is particularly strong. This is where you want Combust ASAP. So I'm willing to look for it. 14 block, you're doing 25 damage. Why? Why have you forsaken me? I forgot what I was saying. Rampage, I like it pretty much exclusively because of how much it, well, the fact at all that it can scale on the boss fight. The fact that it has any scaling property at all makes it a good choice, I think, for me right now. Why there? Because now he's dead. And now you're all dead. Thank God for Combust. Okay. Honestly, I bet we can make a Clash work. Uppercut is a lovely card. I can't deny... Yikes, dude. It's another... it's another situation in which I would very much like an early Combust, having not gotten it. Let's just cry. Yeah, I just think having anything that gets better against the boss is the most important thing, probably. Or it's probably the most important thing for us right now. We're going to take a nasty hit here. 2 energy, can we... No, we can't kill anybody without using Bash. Our defend is worth 5, that would take us to 9, we would take 11 damage. Bash will kill you or you. We'll take 12, and an enemy will die. That seems way better. Well, it's not the best advertisement for Clash. I was just gonna say, unless we get Sever Soul, in which case it's the best advertisement for Clash. All we gotta do is hit you once. It's weird, right? Headbutt is necessary here in order to enable Rampage. If we don't rest, my confidence will go down. but the fight will be easier. If I do rest, the fight will be harder, but I'll be more confident. So, think I will not rest and hope for the best. Your first attack should be 6 damage, I think. I think I'd rather hit you for 18. Yeah. Then hit you for, the other alternative was hit you for 16 and take a block out of the deck to play Sever Soul. Okay, so you're hitting for 12, which is totally okay. We'll get a Combust and a Rampage. Having played Combust, which maybe we should not have done, I do have Fear. And the knowledge that we have to kill you ASAP. The only thing I'll say is I'm very happy we got the built-in block. It's very nice. Taking no damage is so much more valuable, I think, than applying the weakness just now. We're really just trying to get you before you can get around to begin with. So, definitely bash. Flash of Steel is free. Rampage is really starting to do some serious damage. We're getting there. That burn is going to screw us. What do you think? You draw Clash, you're good. You draw Burn, you're good. 50% chance to... Yes, okay. Now next turn, we got Pen Nib for something better than a basic strike. Okay, some of the shrewdest plays of my long Slay the Spire career, unfortunately. 21, I mean, we're taking a bunch of damage, there's no doubt about it. We gotta kill you this turn. Are you still gonna be vulnerable? No, right? I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light! Still, we made much better plays there. I just feel better overall about my performance. I'm sticking with the Ironclad, dude. We go through a slump, keep going. 18 damage for a random rare relic. You don't even have to consult. I don't necessarily think Nunchuck is that great for me. But I could be wrong. I mean, the developers, as much as it's hard to admit this as a high-octane esports video game professional, the developers probably know the balance of the game better than I do. They're data-driven designers. It's not quite as good as a raw energy relic, that much is obvious, but... You know... We're running a little Costanza build right now. I'm willing to try this. Costanza build is when you do the opposite of what you normally would do, which is play a little conservatively on the early side here. I think here, I'm okay losing the max HP just because we already have one curse. Hey... So we're not going to run full Costanza. Full Costanza is the nuclear option. That's when you go, I don't care if I live or die. We got to endeavor to, you know, really shake things up. This is like, we could use some support. Let's take a heavy blade. Dual wield is also good. And the way that we're going to get that support is by mixing the run up a little. I think we can afford to smith. This way, it'll deal 14 damage plus... It'll deal 24 damage after we play Inflame. And Inflame's already been upgraded. So actually, it'll do 29 damage after we play Inflame. We need a big attack at some point. This is important for so many reasons. We can only afford one of these great many things. Now, I would love to get rid of my Curse of Weakness. But Discovery is also good. And Feed is also good. Putting a skill in your hand would be good if we had a relevant skill. But I think Mummified Hand is our play. I love Mummified Hand, and moreover, I mean, obviously that was huge, but I love so many of the Ironclad's powers, but they're so expensive. This is a way for us to get around that. I think some defense is in order, so toss me that Iron Wave real quick. Red Skull is, like, immediately useful, but we're gonna rest here. Because I don't want to die, and our boss is the Guardian. That's fine. Alright, I think we're okay against this guy. I will take a power, just to hopefully get ahead of the curve, and, these are not what we want. But Metallicize is probably the best right now. I was really hoping it would, like, hit that, but that's fine. I'm also going to use my... Oh my god, we got the energy back. But I'm still going to use the attack potion anyway. And that's just insanely lucky. He'll probably be dead next turn. Turns out we didn't need to use the power. But that's a big oh well sort of moment. Ginger, dude, that's... It means the curse is still not good. But it's not as bad. Now it's just a dead card. Something we'd rather not have. But far from the worst thing in the world. This is a very good start, I think. I guess we could have killed him with the thorns, but I mean they were both going to go down this turn anyway after doing their damage regardless. Another Inflame seems like a fantastic choice to me. Give me the max HP. I spent too long thinking about it. The choice was actually pretty easy, I think. So this is health up. Thank you. And this does one more damage and I guess has the benefit of getting Nunchuck a little closer to incrementing, which is lovely. We'll take 6. We'll heal for 6. You know the deal. So I don't think we rest before the Guardian fight. It seems like we're probably fine. LaGuardia should not be a big problem. I like all our potions so far. Dude, I don't know. Can we afford 3 heavy blades? Let's give it a shot. They do need to be upgraded, I think. But, I mean, with 2 Inflames, this seems okay. The only thing that sucks is our base level. Where was it? Oh, base level blocks. That's right. Thanks, brain. It sends the thought, and then it's like, you got it, right? Yeah, yeah. So we are going to get extra energy we can't use here. We're going to take quite a hit. We know we're going to use the Thorns potion, so why not use it immediately, right? So we're 8 strength up. Honestly, not something you typically see this early. Depending on the way that you've constructed your run. We're taking hits. This is really what we're looking for. The only thing I'm saying, you know, like in my own defense is, maybe it would have been cool to not draw all of our 2-cost cards on exactly the same turn. Just throwing that out there as a potential, you know, a little not so good, but it's all right. Any turn we do damage to him, he does none to us. It's a big positive. I think you hit him. Then just rely on the vulnerability plus the heavy blade to roll him next turn. Easy. And by easy, I mean we barely lived. Okay, you take demon form. Oh, it's ooh. Ooh. This is a decision I need to think on. I'm going to go get some water. I'll be back in 45 seconds. I'm going to think about this for every second of every day. No editing required. Just think about it. All right, I thought about it. Demon form is so tempting. 3 strength per turn upgraded. It will give us something cheap. Well, it'll make something free, I should say. So it probably costs 1 to 2 energy instead of 3. But an upgraded limit break with both of our inflames. I think it stands to scale faster And it has the... Well, this would have been interesting, but... I wouldn't say it benefits from the lack of... where am I going with this here? It doesn't work with Mummified Hand, but it's always going to cost 1. So there's no variability, which I think is positive. I'm going to roll... We took no defense, so I'm going to roll 3 basic strikes. We got an upgraded Limit Break, which is absurd, and then an upgraded Iron Wave, of course. And Berserk... It's dangerous, but it is extra energy. It's a Mummified Hand trigger. It could be worth it. I'm going to put it on the line on the simplest path we can possibly muster here. Okay, we got 3 energy. We're not going to... I mean, this fight does not work well for us. Let's just get that out of the way. Our big, heavy attacks do not do super well against these enemies. Thorns would have been nice. We probably did need them. Or we came close to needing them, at least. This is one, I think that the way you look at it really is you just have to endure. Since you're stronger, we'll go after you first. That was a pretty good turn. Depending on the next turn, I could possibly afford to make myself vulnerable. Probably not gonna do it. At least it only makes us vulnerable for 2 turns now. Yeah, Ginger is weakness, unfortunately. Why take damage? You don't need to be 64 strength up to kill these birds. As much as it might seem like this was bad, I kind of look at this as like a proof of concept for how good this run could be in the future. I don't think we need anything else except really good blocks. I hate it, but I have to say no. If I don't say no, I'll die. Or I'll come close to dying. Ritual Dagger is really good, but not really in the business of taking those sorts of risks right now. Even though it's good, I think our deck is so nice right now. All we need to do is live, like, right now. I don't want to be vulnerable. All we need to do is draw a Heavy Blade and he's dead. 68 damage on turn 3 is ridiculous output. I really don't think we need anything else. We need blocks, okay? This is big. So we're definitely going to rest. I think our deck is so good. This will be a great test. We are going to have some wounds added here. Extra energy means, please God, give me the bash and the Heavy Blade. Thank God. So we bash, we get extra energy back. We're going to take 21 here, but how much damage are you taking? 66, it almost kills you. I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to play 2 defense instead and then die? Yeah, not a great idea, I suppose. Heavy. We're going to live with 1 HP. Yikes. Oh, dude, Magic Flower. Okay, very helpful for the time being, for sure. We don't need any of this. I will say Twin Strike, we're taking. It'll work well for us. Now we get a chance. We defeated the 2nd floor elite. Shuriken is unlikely to matter much. But any extra strength is always, you know, I'm never going to look at it as a negative. I think it's super important that we get the cards we want early. And unfortunately, you know, Heavy Blade just super sucks in this situation. So does Limit Break, for the record. Can we kill them before they get too strong? I'm optimistic. We got to figure out, like, that Berserk is it's a thorn in our side for now. Wrong card died. Very, very tense moments. Hate that this is going to take the nunchuck energy, but so be it. Dude, we have to do Whirlwind. The AoE is clearly something we're missing. And you might think I'm negative about it. Wrong! I don't know why I was Frankenstein's monster temporarily, but no, quite the opposite, dude. I'm super happy with where we're at here. I do hate that you're gonna provide some vulnerability. Maybe we shouldn't die. You, on the other hand, I can't promise. Took us pretty big investment in terms of our potion, but well worth it. We need True Grit. We need more block. We're not going to be able to outpace most enemies forever. I know that that's the meta. Is basically your block is rarely going to scale as well as your strength can, but there's no reason to play Berserk here. We get extra energy to play a card that does nothing. Crush him. It's not good enough yet. So it's just, it's frustrating, you know, to have to be under the gun in every single fight. I'm pretty blessed that we were able to get this far, though. I think a double tap, it would be amazing to upgrade it. You have to rest. If we draw properly, if we get early in flames, we can crush this guy. Unfortunately, and this has been kind of a common situation, our inflames keep showing up later and later. Whirlwind can keep him at bay, thankfully. Once we get a little further, but for now, like, it's real delicate. Honestly, do this and then gain the strength. You didn't do any damage, but you got 1 strength out of it. It's a start. You gotta play this real delicate, like. We can kill 1, we'll take 28 damage. And then you could, I mean, if you toss it in Berserk and it doesn't hit defend, you die. So that's a really bad play. At least we get the extra strength. It really, that's both of our inflames in our final 2 cards. I'm not saying it would have made all the difference, but come on. That one, oh, we were getting there, dude. I apologize for yet another loss, but like, the only, and you know, I'm not saying there's nothing I could do. I mean, oh, bad draw killed me, you know, but all I'm going to say is, let's say you draw 1 inflame turn 1, all of a sudden your limit breaks aren't completely useless on the first pass. You also get the energy refund out of them, you get the extra strength, you probably kill the minions a little bit faster, your whirlwind becomes more incentivized. The inflames were the hook, dude. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. I'll be back to play a little bit more as the Silent tomorrow. For now, thanks for watching. This is a disappointing one. That's how she goes. I'll see you next time. See you.